6 years ago, back in 2015, I made an episode of The Last Wanderer of Mars called The New Ride, which was all about the new motorcycle I bought. So my friend Rose...
Say hello.
Hello.
I was going to say hello, Rose.
Hello, Rose.
who used to lifeguard at Disney and stayed with me every October to keep her status alive, could use my old BMW to get back and forth to work. Well, that bike got stolen. Twice. And Rose destroyed the Beamer. It's 2:15 in the morning right now. And I'm sitting in a parking lot across from a Taco Bell. Rose the car is kind of destroyed. She never could drive a stick. The car I replaced it with was an old, unreliable piece of junk, and finally, just before the pandemic struck, it simply quit working. So ever since, it's been Ubers, buses, and bicycles. Well, until now. Well, hi there. Last week I sold my old Chrysler. It was broken down just before the pandemic. It's been sitting in my driveway now, in my parking lot now for over a year. It didn't work. It was a money pit. I kept thinking to myself, should I fix it? And I thought, no. So I sold it to a junkyard. And with the money that I got from the sale of that car to the junkyard, I got this. This will be the new means of transportation, right? What is it? Let's open it up and take a look. I'm actually really excited about this. You gonna help? Who knows? Unboxing videos are usually supposed to be... Oh! Come here, baby. Unboxing videos are supposed to be very, very... popular. So, here's what we have. Ta-da! That's right. It's a motorized kick scooter. I think everyone had a kick scooter as a kid. We did. The one me and my brother had to play with was a red American Flyer. It was all steel, and I'm pretty sure it was a hand-me-down because I could never remember a time when it wasn't rusty. Now, motorized kick scooters, often called e-scooters because they're electric powered, have been around a lot longer than many people might suspect. The first one was called an Autoped, and it was produced in 1915. But then, a long time later, in 1986, a company called GoPed produced the Roadster and the Sport. But in case you don't recognize these names, most of these early models were made just for kids. But then, in the mid-teens, folding scooters with much better batteries and much better motors were produced, and suddenly adults could ride them too. Then, in 2018, dockless scooter sharing systems were rolled out in major cities all over the country. And now, these once only thought of as toys are on the road everywhere. Even back home. That's right, my new form of transportation. Huh? What do you think, Alice? I think I have Alice's seal of approval, so let's see what we got inside. Okay. It's got to be the charger, I'm thinking. There it is. Ta-da! Okay. Alrighty then. I guess it's time to take a look at everything and put this together. It says it's only 27 pounds, but boy, that seat feels a whole lot heavier than that. Alrighty then. That'll be the handlebars and the brake. Probably goes this way. Right. Okay, hooked up the brake cable and got the top up here, and so now I am actually using the charging cord that they provided to charge it up. Let's see, and looks like it's coming along nicely. And then of course I got out my old skating helmet to wear, and we'll go outside and test it. This thing is supposed to go to about 15 miles an hour, which is pretty fast for something like this. So yeah, I figure we'll do a lot of test riding on it tomorrow before actually going anywhere with it, even with the skate helmet on. That's right, it's time to test the new ride. All right, let's go. Despite its capabilities, this is, after all, a kick scooter. So to start off, you gotta give it a few kicks. For the test ride, I've taken the scooter to the Shingle Creek Trail. This is a long bicycle trail that runs along the side of my complex just at the edge of the backyard. It's all paved, and best yet, no cars. Besides, there's soft grass to land on if things go south and, well, I have to bail. Yeah. You know, it's surprisingly wobbly at first. I think that's because you're not controlling it with just a front post, but also by balancing with your feet. Now, you'd have thought I would have remembered that from childhood when I had that old rusty kick scooter, but let's face it, gang, that was a long time ago. So, as you gain experience, you realize that this is a little like a hybrid. Sort of like a combination of riding a skateboard and a motorcycle at the same time. It's really strange at first. But the longer you ride, the more fun it becomes. Still, every bump on the road reminds you just how quickly things could get unstable. Finally, it's off the bike trail and onto a sidewalk facing traffic for the first time. One turn, and it's into the street for the first time. Now I realize I'm riding against traffic, even though I've turned onto a bike lane. But I was being stupid. Actually, don't do that. Always ride with traffic, never against it. Well, so much for test riding the new ride. Interesting little thing to ride, this kick scooter. At first, 15 miles an hour seems pretty fast. But in a sustained ride, because this thing does have cruise control, believe it or not, it really does, that 15 miles an hour starts to feel almost pretty slow. I'm very happy with the purchase. Very, very happy with this one, this GoTrack. Now the thing, like I said, it's got a top speed of 15.5 miles an hour. It also will go about 12 miles. That's its max distance. So, you know, you have to kind of watch where you're going to go, because if you're going more than 6 miles, all of a sudden you're going to get stuck. And it does, by the way, work as just a regular kick scooter. If you run out of power, you can still, you know, kick it and ride it. And it actually wasn't that expensive either. It was like under $300 for this model. This thing is not street legal. You can only ride this thing on bike paths and sidewalks. That's why you don't need a license for it or insurance for it or anything like that. So far I haven't run out of power. So like I said, it takes about 4 hours to charge this battery up, and on a full charge you can go about 12 miles. I remember the last time I did the new ride show with the little red motorcycle, 2 days after I bought it, it ended up just stopped working. And I was about ready to call everybody and fuss and fume, and I realized I just run out of gas.
So, what's stupider than someone who forgot to put gas in their bike? Nothing!
So I haven't done that yet with this new ride. Hopefully I'm not going to duplicate that in this video. I will be using it to commute back and forth to work. Well, I just got here to work riding my scoot, and all I can say is that it does a good job. It's got plenty of power, but you really have to be cautious on the road. Even though there's plenty of bike paths to allow you to ride on it, and you got to be super cautious on there because it doesn't have a rear view mirror. So yeah, caution is a premium, but it's a great new ride. Honk honk, why it's Wobbles the goose. If you liked what you've just seen, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what you think. And please, like us. And share this episode with someone you think might enjoy it too. And remember, for more wanderings, don't forget to subscribe.
Smoking rockets, Commander? You mean they haven't subscribed already?
And when you subscribe, don't forget to ring that little bell to receive notifications of upcoming shows. Subscribe to the last Wanderer of Mars.